Cessna 7 Tango November, how will your approach terminate?
You see how you're kind of overshooting a little bit? Used to be a pinch earlier. And now that we have a passenger, you know, and we're worried about him barfing, you can see where you want to avoid those kinds of turns, you know? It's like, yeah.
I gotta check the weather. Oh, we're gonna fly. It's early in the morning. I'm getting ready as to not wake anybody up, but it's absolutely okay because I get to go fly airplanes all day. Time to make some coffee, guys. I'm gonna make my coffee in the garage today so I don't wake up my whole house. It's the little things, right? It looks like I've got way more stuff than I need, but I don't. I've got all the books I need for my class, everything else too, so still dark, you know, that's a good sign. All right, gang, we are driving to work here. It only takes me about 30 minutes to get to the airport there at Addison, which isn't really bad. I think it's probably about 30 minutes everywhere in the DFW area to get to work, so it's really not too terrible. I pretty much just hop out of the neighborhoods and into the city, and I'm on my way. So take you on a quick little trip to work. All right, we're gonna try to call up the tower here and see if we can get the weather. This is pretty normal when I call into the Addison Airport ATIS. Pretty normal experience. Breakfast of champions. Totally forgot to grab my lunch out of the refrigerator. That's pretty normal. It wouldn't matter anyways, I probably won't have time to eat it. Third attempt to call the tower weather. Oh, I think we got through. All right, guys, we're gonna get the weather.
Addison Airport Information, Quebec, 1153, Sulu observation, wind calm, visibility 13, sky clear, temperature 5, dew point -2, altimeter 3009er.
Walking up to the classroom here. Got a little bit of a walk. It's not too bad. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is shining. Got a couple stars still hanging in the sky. I say the sun's shining, it's more of just like, you know, it's more cresting than shining. I don't think I have a full-on shine right now. Walking up to class. Gonna be a fun time. As you can kind of see, there's just not a lot of time in the morning to now go plan your lesson, to now get everything ready for the day. That's why that prior proper planning really comes into play the night before. Kind of what you were seeing me do yesterday was getting ready for the day. So if I'm waiting as I'm walking into class to have everything together, I'm gonna be set up for failure and start to scramble. So today we're gonna start off with chandelles and then review a couple exams. So that's gonna be fun. We'll do some test prep. Say hello, class. Hello, class. Anyway, so I'm going 45 to the downwind here, and literally all I'm trying to do is count about 3 seconds, and I'm gonna line my wing with that point. Really here, if I look at the wind, it's all about wind awareness. All right, gang, so I just finished my ground class here. I've got a mock oral I've got to do next, so I'm off to the flight line here. I've got to go drop off this light reading material. This is like maybe 20 pounds worth of gear, so I'm gonna drop this off the chief's desk so I don't have to lug it around. But as you can see, again, I've got my sweet satchel and my awesome nerdy backpack, so I can, yeah, I'm already like a Sherpa here, so I've got to get rid of some weight for my next event here.
You done in there?
I am.
Good. We're gonna go do the CFI check right in there.
Congrats, man. Good luck.
All right.
Don't make me try too hard this time. Okay.
I will. You might want to bring me some tissues in there.
You'll dominate, buddy. Good luck. Liquid courage here. So in order to not make mistakes, I need coffee. But because I don't have coffee yet, I'm making mistakes. So it's like started the machine without putting a cup under it. It's fine, I'm a pilot, this is normal. In she goes. So you mix the good coffee with the bad coffee, and then you have mediocre coffee, that's great for a pilot, you know, it's good living. You know, actually we're lucky here. We've got this fancy Keurig. You want something from a little bit down south there, you can go Colombian, you know. Or if you're feeling a little fancy, you can switch it over to French. And you know, options are limitless here. We'll go fly. That's really what we're here for anyway.
Yeah.
Plus the student I have, Jacob, he's outstanding. He is wrapping up. I mean, literally, we had a scheduled check ride Wednesday last week, but we had all that ice come in Dallas, so that got rescheduled. So this is a refresher flight where we're just going to shoot some approaches and make sure it's still current. Fuel vent, always make sure that's open. If that gets clogged up, engine doesn't get gas, it's gonna be a bad day. So we're about to go do just one last flight before Jacob's instrument check right here. We were supposed to have it scheduled last week, but we had a big ice storm in Texas that kind of shut everything down. A little bit of snow too, but anyway, so his check ride got pushed back. It's been about 7 days since he's flown, so we're gonna go up. We're gonna shoot 3 approaches, do some holds, probably compass turns and usual attitudes, make sure everything's fresh on mind. Then we're gonna head back into Addison here. So we'll probably be, you know, to the east of DFW Metroplex, pick up a couple approaches in McKinney, head back into Addison, and we'll be on back. Hey, how's it going, man? So we just got back. We shot 3 approaches. We did the VOR into McKinney, then we went back and did the RNAV into 3.6, held at Bird, compass turns, unusual attitudes, and then picked up the ILS back in, flew over George Bush's house. That was kind of cool. And then I'm going to log this lesson right here. So we got 1.8 hours. 1.6 is going to be simulated. I'll throw those foggles on those kids early, man, so we can get them as much time as we can. Log in some ground discussion. Just gotta get my student pumping their pin real quick, and then we'll have this all logged up. Jim, do you mind if I get your FSP pin real quick?
Hi, how are you?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no worries.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
At the end of this page it says so.
Good thing about being a pilot is my handwriting is terrible, but no one's judged me yet for that. This hand, steady as a rock. This is the one I write with. All right, AJ.
Thanks, man.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay.
Basically saying everything that we build is right. Gives a little paper trail full of all. I'm gonna build up Jacob here.
Okay.
He's filled this out for me, so all I have to do is just come in, verify everything. So we're just gonna verify everything he's done here. 20
I know, I'm kind of top of the
approaches. All right, guys. So my 12 o'clock just canceled. They were looking to do a cross country, and the short version is we just don't have the plane available for that time. So that flight canceled on me. Happens all the time, unfortunately. But the good news is I had another student kind of show up, and I'm able to knock out a ground that I need to do for him for an instrument end of course kind of review to make sure they have all the ground knowledge they need. So instead of flying, I'm going to be doing a ground. It's not really what you want to have happen, but at least it's a good outcome, right? You know, I get to make use of this time. I don't have any dead gaps in the middle of my day. So plus another great news, turn of events, the Jimmy John's is sending me a sandwich. I'm really excited about that. I'll be able to eat while I teach a ground here. So you know, the aviation gods are kind of smiling on me today, so everything's kind of turning up for us. So, all right, man, I just finished my ground here and the lunch, so that was really nice. It's about 2:30, so I've got about 30 minutes before my next flight. Got a little bit of prep I can knock out, but anyways, yeah, the ground was good. The student was taking in some information, some stuff they knew, some they didn't. It's a great opportunity before I send this guy off to a stage check for their instrument and try to figure out what their knowledge gaps are. It's always eye-opening to me. It's like, okay, what did they not take away from something that I was teaching on, or maybe that I did really well in another thing. But the bottom line is I'm always inspecting what I expect and making sure that the students have retained the information that I think they have. And if they haven't, it can mean a whole lot of things, but one of them could be is maybe I didn't teach it as well as I thought I did, or maybe they're not retaining it as well as I thought they did, or all the above, or perhaps they didn't study at all. But by sitting down, kind of preparing them for like a end of course, like in 141, like a stage 3 check, is so invaluable because it sets them up for success when they go to that stage check, to where they can perform well and then not have to come back later and redo a bunch of flights and redo a bunch of ground time. So by getting a level set in and making sure that the student has the tools they need to be successful, helps you be in a good spot. So I'm really lucky. It stinks that my 12 o'clock canceled, but it was great that I got to bring in one of my instrument students and kind of get them ready for that last little hoorah before they head off to their stage 3. And then of course, quickly after to an FAA examiner, a DPE, to do their check ride. So it ended up working out. I'm gonna continue to prep a little bit, maybe grab a glass of water, that would be nice. And then I have a 3 o'clock private pilot. We're gonna teach them how to land and get them ready for that first solo. All right, y'all, so one of the cool things you get to do at Thrust as an instructor is pick up these really cool side projects. I'm gonna be flying a bunch of Valentine's Day dinner tours and doing laps around downtown Dallas. Kind of a cool thing, and as part of that, and part of a FAA program, you gotta do a drug screen. So, I'm at Concentra. Thanks to my student canceling, I've got 30 minutes to run over here to do a drug test, and then I get to participate in all the other cool stuff by doing this. So, you know, stinks to do a drug test, but it is so cool to be able to go do these cool little scenic tours. Just a little bit of dimension to our job here. So I'm just sitting here waiting on my drug screen. No big deal, but figured I'd take the time to check the weather, make sure the weather's still good, and I'll be set to fly here. Always got time to check the weather. All right, drug test is done. I've got 5 minutes to get back to the airport, meet up with my private pilot, Todd, teach him how to land. Just got done with that drug test. Now, I'm gonna make it just in time for my 3 o'clock. As you can see, the weather is looking absolutely gorgeous. Let's just check it one more time. Oh yeah, that's what you're looking for. See, it looks like the winds are a little southwest right now, but if not, it's perfect for a little private pilot to learn how to land. I say little, this student's massive. He's like 6'5", or I don't know, he's a linebacker before becoming a pilot. I'm definitely scrawny and little compared to this guy, but anyways, we're gonna have a lot of fun here.
All right, man, you ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Watch that center line. There you go. Now we're within CG, we're within weight, but do you feel the difference?
Yeah.
So work the nose down a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. Let that VY come to you. Then go. You can feel like your tail is like staying a little bit longer.
Yeah.
With that additional weight.
Thrust at 426 McKinney Tower, and you can continue direct to runway 36 for now. Information Foxtrot, wind 050 at 5, altimeter 3005.
So it's not too bad, but this is kind of like a rapid fire. You're leaving one airspace going into the next.
Downwind runway 36.
So you kind of have to move lickety-split.
Eastbound final thrust 426.
Thrust 423, thank you. Number 2 now, runway 36, cleared touch and go.
So right now you're kind of on the east side of Allen, and then you're about to be over McKinney. Right in front of you is Lake Levant, and then there's Lake Ray Hubbard off to the southeast. You can go ahead and start that turn in.
Cessna 7 Tango November, how will your approach terminate?
You see how you're kind of overshooting a little bit? Used to be a pinch earlier. And now that we have a passenger, you know, and we're worried about him barfing, you can see where you want to avoid those kinds of turns, you know? It's like, you know, your kid is just, you know, barfing Cheerios over the back of your head. Work it down, work it down. There you go, that's it. You see how just nudging in that throttle kept you from slamming it? Perfect.
7370, contact regional approach on 124.3. Have a good day.
24.3, thanks for the help.
Welcome.
Yep, and just keep that nose down like you're doing. You feel the difference?
Charlie, we clear to land.
628 Charlie, clear to land.
Good job.
Clear to land.
Up. Thanks, Rich.
Good after takeoff flow. All right, some critiques. You know, that was nice and smooth. Watch the center line. We were a little on the west side of it.
Left, yeah.
But you fixed it. And what I liked was you read the room. You realized.
Follow Cessna traffic ahead and to right on the downwind.
Follow Cessna traffic ahead on the downwind to the right, thrust 46.
They're all going to be a pinch different, but the more consistent you can get on your pattern, your final, the more likely you are to replicate that perfect landing every time.
All right, so just kind of packing up. You know, again, I've got my stuff, all the stuff I needed for that ground at like 7 in the morning, all the stuff that I studied last night, all the stuff from that last flight, and we're just kind of wrapping up for the day. So we had some things that went well, some things that we kind of didn't plan on, but ended up working out. Like our 12 o'clock flight ended up canceling on us, but we were able to get some ground in with another student, which kind of worked out anyway, so that was a good outcome. I even got a sandwich out of the whole deal. I was pretty excited about that. And it's been a good day. I think it's about 5:30, so yeah, you saw me start this day like around 5 o'clock, and here we are at 5:30. It sounds bad, and this is gonna be like one of the biggest cliches you're gonna hear, but it does not feel like a 12-hour day. I know I've probably got another hour before I get home, but it doesn't even feel like that. When you enjoy it and you're liking what you do, you're flying planes, it's just a really, really awesome time. A lot of hard work, but a lot of fun on the same note. I mean, I'm flying planes and talking about flying planes, and they still haven't figured out that I would do it for free. They keep giving me paychecks every 2 weeks for it. So it's just an outstanding life, and I can't wait to see what comes next of it. Well, guys, I appreciate you dropping in and taking a look at what a day's like with us. If you liked the video, drop a like, ring the bell so we can kind of keep you up to date of future videos that we have. We've got some more coming. So guys, thanks so much. Look forward to sharing another video with you soon.